Why do we require it? Basically, it helps organize the long code. Let me show you. Here I have written a long code for one of my previous video where I was explaining how to create varieties of 3D plots. You can see this code does not look good and organized. But instead of this, have a look to this code. It's clearly look organized and feels good. So one thing is for sure, by creating these sections, you can organize your code well. Another advantage is here you can run a specific section because entire code is divided into several sections. It is not required to run the entire program if you just want to go for a specific section. For example, if you are doing some research work where you require to code a long program which takes a long time to run, there you can divide that entire code into several sections so that you can run your analysis section with different data multiple times without waiting for a long time to run the entire code. So this is what the advantage of running the specific section. It would be very much helpful with the machine learning examples or machine learning research. Here I am generating varieties of 3D plot. If I run this code, it will take long time to generate varieties of code. It's figure 4, figure 3, figure 2 and figure 1. And few figures will be generated after finishing these 4 figures. So I'll close this thing. I do not require to observe the all 4 figures. I was interested in just figure 3, this one, right? So what I'll do, I'll stop this thing, pause. Now I'll jump to the sections, right? In this code, let's say for example, I want to go for this surf plot, right? So I just select this code and run section. And just instantly I got the result. If I'm interested in something else like animation, then I just click and run that thing and that animation just popped up. So here without waiting any delay, my program starts giving me the result. This is just a small code, but for code like machine learning where you require a long time to train the machine and then you can check the results, right? So you just train the machine once and then go for the varieties of results, right? So at that time this type of sections would be very much helpful. In this section arrangement, the understanding of program becomes easy. You just understand section by section and you can interpret the result of individual sections and you can compare it with the results. Even the debugging or troubleshooting process also becomes easy. If in this entire program, for example, here it shows that some error on line number 78. So it's tough for me to troubleshoot. I need to go through the varieties of lines when this 78 numbers line has some dependency, right? So instead of this, if I go by sections, I just check that section number 1 is okay, section number 2 is okay, section number 3 is okay. If something is wrong in section number 5, then the troubleshooting will become very much easier. Now I'll show you how to create sections. Till now we have discussed varieties of benefit of sections, but now the most important thing is how to create the sections. For example, I am writing this code here, right? So I have written this code. So whenever you want to create section, what you require to do is just add 2% and a new section is created. If you want to add some comments to this section, you just enter 1% and can add comment. One more important thing you can create with this is section fold. For example, you are working in between line number 94 to line number 101, a new section. There are few parameters of this new section which dependent on this 3D mesh graph. It's just for an example. So what you do when you are coding, you every now and then look here, what are the parameters. But instead of doing this, you can collapse in between sections. You can fold in between sections. Let me show you how to do that. For that, you require to go to Home, preferences, in this editor debug, code folding, you must check that enable code folding must be checked, and then sections, enable it, apply, okay. Now you see a toggle button popped up, right? So when you just click this toggle button, the section will be folded. So this is how you can fold unwanted sections. Not exactly unwanted, but for time being you do not want to observe the entire code. So like this folding function will be very handy when you are working with the long codes.